Hi, my name's Wettables. I'm a pro player for Team Bliss. Well, basically, uh, went through stage two, had a bit of hiccups, as people seen. Got the job done, made it to Atlanta. Went to Atlanta, beat Wolves in the BO1 8-6. That actually gave us enough SI points to qualify for SI. So went to Atlanta, getting knocked out the second day. I think it was 21st or something around there. Going home early from Atlanta. We're really too happy with that, but we came back, worked on all our mistakes for a couple of months leading up to SI. Then we left Brisbane, or went to Brisbane for a bit of a boot camp beforehand. Left Brisbane, went over to Brazil, Sao Paulo for SI, and started working on our more niche mistakes over there on the better teams. And then, yeah, we started playing on the I don't even remember what day it was. I think it was like the 13th or something of February. I don't know. Team vibes, really good. I was very excited to be there. I think the entire team was excited to be there. I think playing at SI is just every Siege player's dream. As soon as you enter comp, it's I want to be at SI, and actually being there was surreal. It's a nuts feeling, and we weren't there to waste the opportunity. We're there. We were instantly talking about what teams we wanted to scrim. We started booking scrims with different teams, and we were just ready to go. Brazil as a whole, as a country, I thought it was very nice. The food there was definitely different from what I experienced at home, but it was very nice. The weather was very good, except for the last couple of days. It was very wet and rainy. But Brazil as a country is very nice. I feel like our first three games in the groups, we sort of were either nervous because we kept on getting up in rounds, so we always are up 5-2s, 5-3s. Even I think there was one game up 6-2 or something like that, and we just couldn't close it out. I don't know if that was nerves or anything like that, but we just failed to close these games out. So group stage for us was a rough feeling because we knew we could beat these teams. We just couldn't get over that last hurdle. But then when we finally got that map off phase, that brought our confidence back of it's literally just a mental barrier of us stopping ourselves. We can beat these teams. We can compete here. And then when we got to D+, we knew in the back of our minds that we are the better APAC team. And we just went in with that mindset of we are meant to be here and we're not going home yet. And that took us to the win over D+ 2-0 and kept us in for playoffs. Playing any team from APAC not on ping is a great feeling because being from OS, scrimming them, you're always on ping, and especially with the ping bug, it's really hard. So actually playing those people without ping is a very, very different experience. But getting into the game with them, we definitely knew that they've improved a lot as a team. So if we, they are one of the top APAC teams right now. So when we went in and we versed them on one of their best Chalet, we 7-0'd them, and we're like, what? Okay, let's go. Holy shit, that's awesome. And we went to Border, and we started off very strong, and then same thing happened groups. We started making little mistakes, and it started costing us, and in the end it did cost us the map. Then we had a mental reset. We discussed on our game plan for Consulate, went in with that game plan and won 7-3, I think it was, or 7-4, and just stick to our game plan. Eventually we started getting results. Seeing Wolves again in the playoffs, I was convinced it was script, and Ubisoft were just doing it to kind of laugh at this point, or blast even. There's no way we versed that team that many times as we did, but it's an exciting match nonetheless. We were definitely up for revenge, and when we got into that game after that first club game, we got 7-2. It was shit. We got to make a comeback here. Then we went to a map, went to Oregon, which we I don't think we've ever shown before that game, and we beat them. I think it was a dominant 7-2 back. Then we went to Consulate again, which is a map we were very confident on, and we've beaten them before on that map. And when they actually left that up, I was surprised because I was they won't leave that up again against us, but they did. And when we did that, I think my confidence on that map is just so much higher than any other map, I think. And when we went into that map, we just played our game like we did against Fury. We knew how to play that map. We knew what we can do on that map, and eventually the result went our way, and it was 7-4. So 2-1, knocking them out in playoffs and pushing us all the way to the G2 game. That was a crazy feeling. Look, G2 are just different. Those guys are different. Those guys are fucking insane. Like, I don't know. This game definitely felt a lot closer than the score said, but yeah, those guys are fucking. They're built different. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I wish we could like make it a bit closer and be a bit more competitive, but I think we were like a little bit like foot off the gas a little bit in that G2 game. I'm not entirely sure what happened. We felt a little bit more like slower paced, and they're very quick. So our contention between like our pace and their pace wasn't really matched. So there were some rounds they just ran over us, and then some rounds our slower pace was like beating them because we could bait out some picks. But yeah, I don't know. I think like that G2 game was just like we're either gonna win, it was gonna be very close, or we're gonna get steamrolled. And look, you look at the score, it's 2-0, we got steamrolled, but I feel like each map and each game was a lot more closer than what the score said. But you know, we can't really tell people that. So yeah, I don't know. They're a good team, and I'm not too ashamed to be knocked out by them. My performance as a player, I was very slow to get into the event. Like the first 3 days, I think I was one of the lowest rated players in the event overall. I was very slow to get into this event. I was like, I wasn't nervous, but there was like I don't know. There was just something about like the event that I just wasn't comfortable in, and then after a couple of days, I finally got into it. But as a team, I think you know by the end of the event and coming into those playoffs, we started like feeling ourselves and stuff, and like feeling it out like our rhythm as a team. We started playing a lot better, and even people there were telling us like, yeah, you guys are definitely playing a lot better. Like these whatever issues we've had during groups, we fixed. You know, we aren't nervous to make these plays like the game winning rounds and stuff like that. Like I think that was like our biggest issue, was just being nervous on like closing out games, and then by the end of like groups coming into playoffs, we fixed that issue. So I'm definitely happy and proud of the boys and the team of how we performed and where we came in that side. Well, this year Bliss, you know, same roster, same people, same faces, nothing's changed. Hopefully you'll see us at more events. You know, we're not overly confident, like it, or overly cocky, I should word it, that we have made every event. We've still got to come home. We've still got to beat every team here to show that we deserve to be there. As for stage one in this year, especially back in OS, I'm happy to see a lot of older faces come back. It gives this region a bit more experience and a bit more guidance for these younger players. And I honestly think OCE is getting better. I think the competition this year is as strong as it's ever been since the Chiefs, Knights, Wildcard were all back in the scene. So yeah, I think this year is definitely going to be one of the strongest years I've ever seen. So, you know, coming to stage one, I'm excited and very ready to go.